Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and I've been on the hunt. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. So you guys know I like to go out there regularly and find some steals, some deals, some rare items, and bring those to your guys' attention. So in this video, we're going to do exactly that. But not only am I picking out some Warhammer items here, but I also have like some starting little packages and everything like that to get you rolling, because a lot of new people are getting into the hobby and sometimes it can be difficult where to pick up supplies or what you need. So we're going to start off with the Vallejo 16 color acrylic paint set. And this is basically the starter set of paints from Vallejo. You get 16 colors. It's a nice mix. $28 from Amazon. So you can't beat that with tax and everything, less than $2 per paint. Very good quality stuff coming from Vallejo. Highly recommend it. I think this is a great starting paint set for anybody that wants to grab up, you know, a nice selection of colors, a good quality paint, and then also just a cheap price. So, all right, next we got a tool set right here. So this is 55-piece professional modeler basic tool set, you know, for Gundam, model cars, etc. But it has a pretty nice assortment of stuff. Could you find all this individually and get it a little cheaper? Maybe. $28.99. or $28.12, it says lowest price, but basically $29 for this set as well. So let's just go through the contents here. So in this package, you get 6 double-sided polishing bars, 1 steel ruler, 4 knife stones, 5 tweezers, all different like shapes and everything, 5 files, 1 diagonal plier, 1 graver, and 5 spare blades. So basically a razor blade, 2 little screwdrivers, 3 polishing blocks, 4 sanding papers, 1 cutting pad, 1 hand drill and 10 drill bits, 1 electric grinding machine and 5 grinding heads, 1 separator, and 1 polishing cloth. So there's definitely a little redundancy in this set, but overall I do like it. You know, right off the bat, you're going to need some kind of like cutting board, something like that. 12-inch by 9-inch almost cutting board, not a bad deal. A little roll of sandpaper, a cutter to open your boxes, a couple of these like various little sanding sticks and boards and stuff like that. Always nice to have around. But these cutters are pretty decent. I've got some cheap ones and those are some of my best ones. And then also the razor blade is always nice. You're going to need one of those. Phillips and flathead screwdriver in case you don't have one conveniently located around. Taking apart like random toys or something like that for a conversion or a kit bash. And then this little like nail decorator, basically like a cheap little mini Dremel, a little hand tool, battery operated. Could be useful. You can put your drill bits in here, etc. And then an actual little hand drill, and then a couple of the like little like metal sanding tools, and then some tweezers and a nice little sanding stick. Overall, rounds out pretty nicely. Good little starter set if you need a bunch of like random tools and everything. If you're not sure what you're going to use, or you don't really have a bunch of just random stuff around the house, I think this is a nice set. All right, next we have a vortex mixer. So this one is a knockoff. Obviously, you can tell by the price. It's $12.99, including shipping. These things are pretty great. Basically, a lot of people have shoulder or elbow issues. No matter how hard they go at it, they can't adequately shake their paints. If you're the type of person who has a big paint collection and you don't use them that often, these vortex mixers are perfect because you basically just push down on this thing, keep it plugged into the wall, and it essentially mixes up your paints pretty quickly. You can have mixing balls inside your paints. You cannot have mixing balls inside your paints. These things do an amazing job. 13 bucks. I think everybody should have one, especially if you're going to be shaking up a bunch of paints you haven't used for a while. Definitely a great price at $13. Various colors available as well. If you want something a little different, only a couple bucks more, you can kind of get something that matches your stuff or your favorite color. All right, next we're into some Warhammer stuff. So we have the Warhammer Horus Heresy Cerastus Knight Acheron. So this dude is $200 retail from Games Workshop, and they got him on Amazon right now for 135 bucks. That is like 35% off almost. It's pretty much unheard of to ever be able to buy Warhammer at over 20% off in the United States. Realistically, it's mostly 15% off because that's what Games Workshop caps for people reselling at. So to be able to pick up a box set like this for almost 35% off is an absolute steal. So great buy right here with the Cerastus Knight Acheron. This dude is technically for Horus Heresy, but does have completely usable datasheet rules for Warhammer 40,000. And it's not Legends rules either. It's like an actual datasheet. You could take it to tournaments. You could play this guy. So very cool and obviously a great price. All right, next we got Warcry Sundered Fate. So this was a really cool box. It's got 2 warbands in it. The cool little chameleon skinks for Seraphon. And then the Chaos Jade Obelisk. It comes with a ton of terrain. It comes with a book to play. It's actually a really nice set. The board to play on, everything, and it's 128 bucks. Right now, the actual warbands are like 60 or 65 bucks a piece. So basically, you buy the 2 warbands, you get the board, you get the book, you get a ton of terrain for free. This was $185 originally. It's still the current edition of Warcry, but it doesn't come with a core book. But the actual core book is free. So you can just get the rules online for free. So you basically buy this box, try out Warcry, see what you think. You have like 20 models, a bunch of terrain, a board. Great price at 128 bucks. And this one is definitely a steal considering it was $185 originally. That's almost $60 off the price. So you're basically talking about a roughly like 30% discount. So again, almost unheard of. All right, next we have the Space Marine Strike Force Augustus Army set. So this is a pretty good set. The Augustus set, when it came out, Desolation Marines were still really good. This was priced at, I want to say originally $210. Right now it's selling for $160, so about 50 bucks off. It says typical price $175, but that's not what the retail price was. I'm pretty sure the retail price was like $210. But regardless, it basically comes with 17 models. It's 5 heavy intercessors. It's 2 squads of 5 Desolation Marines, which aren't that great in the meta right now, but they're kind of cool if you like the look of them, and they could be useful. 1 Primaris Lieutenant and 1 Brutalis Dreadnought. So it's about $300 in models at MSRP value. You could argue that the Desolation Marines, because they got nerfed so bad, aren't very desirable right now. Or you could say that they're ugly and dumb and you don't want them. But 160 bucks for $300 in models is basically like 50% off. So again, an absolute steal. If you go off like the original retail price of $210, it's basically about like 25% off. Not quite as good, but overall, really nice steal right here.
Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now back to the video.
All right, next we got one of the classics, one of my all-time favorites. I know a lot of you guys are brand new to the hobby, but this is the previous edition of Dominion, the one that basically is about to go out and be replaced by 4th edition. So this was the original launch box, similar to the one that they've just shown off, Scaventide. This one is the kruleboyz and the Stormcast Eternals. It retailed at $200. They overproduced it, and now you can still get it 3 years later for $111. That's shipped. This box has roughly like $500 or $600 worth of stuff in here. The rulebook's not going to be valid anymore. All the models are easy to build, so they're a little cheaper. Don't have all the options of some of the other box sets. But you get 2 really nice starting armies in here. I want to say it's somewhere around like 1,000 points for each, roughly. But for $111, this is an absolute steal. I highly recommend it. I picked up multiple copies of this. It is a great box, and these things are going to be going away. They're going to be harder to get. And to tell you the truth, it's one of the best Games Workshop boxes they've ever produced. As far as Sigmar, I'd say it's only second to the new box coming out. And you're not going to be able to pick that up for 110 bucks. So absolute steal, and these things are going out of style, so grab one before they're gone. All right, and then next, just something a little bit different here. So this is the Warhammer Underworlds starter set. So this is like the basic game just to get started into Warhammer Underworlds. You get 4 Night Hunt models, 4 Stormcast Eternals models. So this is the starter set to just get your feet wet at Warhammer Underworlds. I believe this is technically the previous edition, so it has been slightly revised since then. You get 8 models in the set, 4 Stormcast Eternals, 4 Night Hunt. You get a bunch of cards to play everything, some tokens, a board. Basically just try out the game, see if you like it. I want to say this was somewhere around like 60 or 80 bucks when it came out. It's on sale right now for 28 bucks. So if you're looking for something simple, a combination of tabletop wargaming, but also card games, you want to try something different, you want to see if you enjoy it. It's a hex-based system. It's simple. It's easy. You could play it with kids. I think this is a great deal. Great way to try out something different for 28 bucks. All right, and the next 2 aren't really on sale, but there's something that a lot of people like missed out on, haven't been able to get. So just wanted to bring them to your attention. Again, here on Amazon, we have the Warhammer Kill Team Salvation set. This sold out really quickly. A lot of people missed out on this. You get 10 Space Marine Scouts, 10 Eldari Striking Scorpions, cool little set of like scatter terrain. You get the actual cards, the mission cards, the data cards, the book, the tokens, the transfers, all that good stuff. And this is basically at the actual retail price it came out at. I want to say from Games Workshop, it was priced at $130. Since then, the Kill Team box has went up to $140. But basically, you're buying at retail price. But it's been a while. It sold out immediately, and they've been hard to get. So if you were after one, if you missed your opportunity, there is a lot of value in this box set. As the book on its own is like $50. The terrain is worth somewhere around like $40. The scouts and the scorpions are like $140 if you buy the two of them. So you're basically getting like over $200 worth of stuff in this box set. The token sheets are completely unavailable. The cards are completely unavailable. They were never offered for sale anywhere else. So again, the value in the box is easily over $200. Some of these items are completely unobtainable. And you pick the box up for $130 retail price months after it came out when it sold out in literally minutes. $130, great deal. All right, and then last but not least, I brought this one to your guys' attention when it came back in stock initially. I know it sold out again really quickly. A lot of people missed out on it. But we have the Target exclusive Warhammer Heroes box. So it's not sold in stores. It's $64. There's a couple discounts if you have like a card from Target. They have free shipping. But it's basically an entire kill team in a box set. And then you get one bonus extra model at random. So it ends up being the 7-man kill team plus an extra box with one more guy in there. It's going to be a repeat of one of the models, but you don't know which one. You take 6 models in the actual kill team. The models are actually really nice looking Space Marines. You can see them here at the top. The cool thing about this setup is one of them is a captain, which basically Games Workshop sells the individual captains for like $40. Then you get a couple like more specialized guys and then some basic troopers. But it's a cool box. They're unique sculpts. They're hard to find. People resell them for quite a bit. So the opportunity to grab one up for $64. Have a kill team right out of the box. Very few options. They play pretty nicely. The models are great. Paint them up, play with them, collect them. I just thought I'd bring it to your guys' attention again because they did sell out extremely quickly after the last video. So yeah, just wanted to do one of these videos, you know, just throw a couple things out there to the community, some great deals, some rare items, some little tools and paint bundles for people getting started up. Let me know what you think of these videos. They tend to be pretty popular. People enjoy this kind of stuff. Usually there's something I'm pointing out here that you might not have seen or might not have noticed or maybe you're after. So let me know down in the comments if you found something you liked, if you picked something up, if there's any other video ideas like this you'd like to see in the future. Always like to hear back from you guys in the comments. And as always, special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the channel. Check out the link in the description to save 15% on Games Workshop products. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and we definitely found some treasure. And I'm out of here.